Katy Depot Railroad Heritage Site is located on 600 East 3rd Street, which is on the intersection of South Thompson Avenue and East 3rd Street in Sedalia, Missouri, and is open from April 1st to December 31st on Mondays through Saturdays 9 to 4, and open from January 1st to March 31 on Mondays through Fridays 9 to 4 as well. The depot was built in 1896, and also it was served for passenger service on the Missouri-Kansas-Texas Railroad many years ago, and also the Missouri-Kansas-Texas Railroad began operation in Sedalia in 1873. Architect Bradford Lee Gilbert designed the depot, which George Goodlander built of limestone from the nearby Georgetown Quarry. It was officially opened on May 10, 1896. The popular gathering spot served the community with elegance and charm for more than 60 years until the last passenger train left the depot in 1858. Then in 1983, the depot was offered for sale. The Missouri Division of State Parks took title to the building in 1987 as part of the Katy Trail State Park, and also beside the platform a set of tracks still remain as the trail beside it, as well as a caboose is seen on the tracks. And where the trail goes, that's where the tracks used to be, as they then got removed later on. From 1998 to 2001, the depot underwent extensive renovation that restored this grand old building to its original grandeur, and it is also now home to the Sedalia's Welcome Center and proudly features heritage exhibits which opened in 2003. The unique design of the exhibits represents the way railroads influenced the community. Graphic panels, exhibit cases, and an audio-visual presentation room were added in 2004. Also, the depot even serves as a museum, visitor center, and chamber of commerce as well. Missouri Pacific 12099 was built in 1955 and is a CA-19 class caboose. Missouri Pacific 12099 was used on the back of freight trains as the train crew's office many years ago. This caboose was rebuilt sometime between 1966 and 1971. Then, later on, this caboose was retired and was donated to the city of Sedalia, Missouri, and put on on display at the Missouri State Fairgrounds. Then in 2014 was moved to be on display at the Katy Depot Railroad Heritage Site in town, and put in this spot where it is on display today. And also you could even check out the interior of the caboose as well. Okay, now we're walking through the exhibit gallery here. Here's a telegraph key, an old style chair. You could hear, and here's the Morse code right here. Here's a statue with a clipboard. Let's look around in here. Here's a luggage cart, and that's a weight scale. Railroad crossing sign, and that's an HO train on up there. And let's see what's back here. This looks like a water tower. And also, here's a picture of a train facility. View the MKT shops in Sedalia. Here are the Missouri, Kansas, Texas steamers being repaired. And here's an oiling. Here are 3 oiling cans up here. Whoa. They go on automatically. That you see right there is, on this paper cutout, is Missouri, Kansas, Texas 311, which it's in St. Louis, Missouri at the Museum of Transportation. It's the only surviving Missouri, Kansas, Texas steam engine. And here's a cutout of what the depot was like in the old days, and a steam engine pulling in with a passenger train. Here's another one as well. Mopac Depot, that's short for Missouri Pacific. That's probably somewhere else in Sedalia, I guess. And, oh, here's a wooden train play area. And there's a bell right there. And another HO. And this looks like a waiting room. No, it doesn't look like, I guess. Here's an old style building. And also, look at all this cool stuff they have here. Here's some seats from a passenger car. And yeah, they have lots of railroad history to share here. Sorry about the way I pronounce everything. And there are some plates up there, and that looks like a tanker car right there. Oh, I think there are light detectors that allow those lights to go on. Here's a Mopac locomotive when this wood-burning engine pulled into Sedalia in the early 1860s. It was the pride of the Missouri Pacific Railroad. Yeah, so much to see in here. What you see right behind me is Missouri Pacific 13757. Missouri Pacific 13757 was built by the Missouri Pacific Railroad shops in DeSoto, Missouri in 1977, and is a transfer caboose and is a CA-33 class caboose. This caboose was once used as a transfer caboose for the Missouri Pacific Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad many years ago, and used as a maintenance of way piece as well. Then, in 1986, this caboose was retired and sat somewhere in Sedalia, Missouri. In 2018, it was donated to the Katy Depot Railroad Heritage Site and moved to this site and put on the section of rails just adjacent to the historic Sedalia, Missouri, Kansas, Texas Depot, and seen on display where it is today. Okay, you could see here is the trail that was once the Missouri, Kansas, Texas Railroad. And there's a section of rail that tells you where the track would have gone. And also, the track would have gone where that greenway would have gone. And the other end, before the trail passes the station, it takes a right turn, and then after the rails,
it will then meet up with where the tracks used to go as well. But yeah, the trail goes past the depot, as you see. Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today in Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel yet, the subscribe button is just down below, so be sure to click that and subscribe if you didn't. I'll sure appreciate that. And if you didn't give my Facebook page a like yet, here's where you can find it. And be sure to hit that like button. And if you didn't follow the Instagram page yet, follow it on Instagram as it appears right here. And be sure to hit that follow button. And also be sure to get your merch at teesprings.com. Link is in the description below, and as well as the link to the Facebook page and Instagram page. And remember to subscribe to the Train Guy. So this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show, signing out until next time. All aboard!